Hello, welcome to the Veranda Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm Christine Mills, and today I'm really sending a lot of warm wishes and prayers to all of you listeners. As many of you, my life has been completely changed through the coronavirus. We are all taking shelter and making sure that we are taking all the necessary precautions. Day by day, we are met with new challenges and new restraints. And in spite of all that, we're trying to figure out how to make sure that our families are safe and our loved ones. And I just wanted to stop in and just, say I'm with you and I wish you all the best. And we will get through this. We really will. And but while we are getting through this, we still all are trying to figure out what would we do with our businesses, our respective businesses. And I thought it'd be best to show some letters that I've received from various businesses that I thought did a very, very good job of highlighting different aspects of their business and during a time when people might need a distraction, might still want to go shopping, might still want to listen to a podcast, might still want to just have a diversion from what's going on, and also to find purpose in spite of everything. And there are some, I've been getting a lot of communication over the past days, and there are some that I just want to highlight that you could use as a framework for your communication to your customers. There are some aspects of each letter that I thought was worth noting. One is that they showed empathy. They didn't just ignore the fact that people have been impacted by coronavirus. People's lives have been changed. People have been sick. People have died, and they recognize that. They recognize that people have concerns about whether they should come into your store or whether they should be out and about. They recognize that people might not be considering buying handbags or pocketbooks or shoes, but there still is a reason that they might want to. And then also, there are also aspects of it that they showed a letter that I'm going to read to you, showed a reason why you should still patronize them in spite of what's going on. So here are two letters. One is from this company called Francis Valentine. I love their products. Such a cute company. It's actually Kate Spade, as we know. The founder of Kate Spade, it was actually the company she had. But we will advise of any fluctuation in hours. If you don't feel comfortable shopping in stores, our online store is up and running at full capacity, and we will continue to send our regular emails highlighting the spring collection to brighten the days ahead with uplifting, joyful products. We're sending our thoughts to our Francis Valentine family in Italy and Asia. We hope you feel our love and support right now. Love, Elise. I thought this was like such a well-written letter. One, they called their customers family, which I thought was a good touch. Two, they recognize that people have been impacted by coronavirus, not just going to ignore it. Three, they are talking about the precautions they're taking, the steps they're taking in their stores, disinfecting, a strategy that they have in place. They also talk about the fact that their retail stores will be open. But if you don't feel comfortable shopping in their stores, there's another option. You could go shopping online as well. And they said they're going to be sending regular emails highlighting their spring collection, not in a salesy way, but in a way to brighten the days ahead with uplifting, joyful products. I mean, I thought that was awesome. And then it closes it with, we are sending our thoughts to our Francis Valentine family in Italy and Asia. We hope you feel our love and support right now. Love, Elise. So if you're writing a letter, that's a really good framework to use. Include your customers as part of your family. Make it personal. If you're the owner of your company, sign your name. I think people will feel it's heartfelt. Another one I saw was, there's one with this magazine I subscribe to called International Living. they sent a nice little love note. And with theirs, it says, international living. Let me give you the purpose of it. They believe that everyone should focus on retiring well. And part of that portfolio is having real estate outside of your home country. So I love their mission. So I thought their letter was really good. It said, "Dear Christine, we're living in unsettled times. But at International Living, we take a long view, and I encourage you to as well. Eventually, this will pass. Even though you're probably staying put for the moment and not traveling, planning for retirement means planning for the long term. And you can begin to do exactly that without ever leaving home. In fact, we're on a mission to show you how. This crazy situation we all find ourselves in is a global one. And in a perverse way, it's serving to do something we actively strive to accomplish at International Living every day. Show people how truly connected we all are. But it may be a while until we can connect in person again. So I'd like to encourage you to use your at-home time wisely. There's a story in Thursday's Washington Post about Sir Isaac Newton, who, as it happens, did his best thinking and produced his most influential work while sequestered at his home northwest of Cambridge during the Great Plague of London in 1665. Happily, you needn't immerse yourself in theories of physics and optics to make your practice of social distancing productive, unless you want to, of course. These are all kinds of ways you could use this downtime to start exploring ideas you've always been curious about. Consider those hobbies you never make time for. Learn Spanish. You can do it online these days. Take guitar lessons on YouTube. Think about ways you could begin to generate an income from home. Many, many exist I'm willing to bet you never thought of before. We'll get back to traveling again eventually, and now's a great time to consider exploring your best options before you hop on a plane. Over the next few months, we're going to bring you all sorts of opportunities you can easily take advantage of from right there in your living room. My point is, while it's easy to let a glumness settle over your whole world, I hope you won't. I hope instead that you'll use this unsettled time as an excuse to try some new things. We have lots of ideas cataloged on our website. Here are a few stories you might flip through just to get those creative juices flowing. So I'm going to stop right there. I love the fact that, one, again, they recognize that we are living in unsettled times. I also like the fact that they encourage you to do other things and look at the bright side. It's so easy to get in a negative rut and say, oh my gosh, the world is coming to an end, and Trader Joe's has nothing, and Whole Foods has nothing, and Publix has nothing, and oh my gosh, what's going to happen? But try to look at the bright side. Look at the fact that now time is slowing down. You're spending more time with your family than you probably ever had in a long, long time. You could work on these projects. I have actively been cataloging a lot of memories, printing out digital pictures and making them into photo albums. And I find it to be very therapeutic. Find a project that you could do during this time. Be safe. Everyone's talking about the top 5 you can do to prevent the spread of this virus. But also, make a note of everything. Journal. Talk about what it's like to be living during a very unprecedented time in the world. Encourage your children to do the same. Because 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, I bet you that your grandchildren or your great-grand will love to know what that was like to live in a time like this. Take pictures. Take pictures when you're in the grocery store. Create your own history project in your family. Have the kids take pictures of what they find to be interesting. Make scrapbooks. Play board games. Learn a new language, like this article said. Get deeper in your faith. There are so many things you could do. Write letters. So make this time count. And the last letter I'm going to write to you is the founder of Sensational Swim School. It's a swimming program that allows you to give your children swimming lessons right in your pool. I live in Florida. Almost everybody has a pool. So I love this school because it's great. from the comfort of your home, your children could take swimming lessons. And I think she did a really good job writing this letter. And I'm just going to share this last letter. And I hope that this really helps you find ways to communicate with your customers. Here we go. As a mother of 2 little girls, I understand the charge you feel to keep your loved ones safe and to provide them with the best opportunities for a fulfilled life. I founded Sensational Swim School with the mission to help keep families together through effective swimming lessons that prevent drowning tragedies. The safety and well-being of my students and their families is my company's founding mission. My heart goes out to all who have been affected by the outbreak of coronavirus. As COVID-19 becomes reality in our communities, I wanted to personally reach out to you as the head of Sensational Swim School and as a mother to assure you that my commitment to your family's livelihood remains the same. Sensational Swim School is vigilant in following the findings and recommendations of the CDC and in our health experts, and will continue to provide swimming lessons to families across the country. At-home swimming lessons are the safest choice when it comes to water safety, and provide students a healthier option. And she goes on to talk about how many people pass away, how many children die from lack of swimming lessons. And so what she's pretty much saying is that, hey, don't stop the swimming lessons because, your safety for your children are very important. And that also includes swimming lessons. So while we're washing our hands and distancing ourselves, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Make sure that you maintain your swimming lessons. So I thought she did a very, very good job. And I just want to make sure that you all are communicating with your customers. I think the people who are communicating with their customers right now, they are like a notch above the competition. And we're not thinking of it in a competitive way, but what people look at is what do you do when it really counts? And right now, sometimes they just want to hear from you. Your customers may have supported you for many, many years or many, many months or just a couple of weeks. But you will remember who writes to you during this time, this unsettling time. So I will end it on this note, that this too shall pass. And God never gives us more than we can bear. And I believe that God is in complete control, and he knew about coronavirus even before we were all born and from the existence of time. So be encouraged that God is still in control and he will keep us during this tough time. Be blessed, and I will see you next week. Bye.